You are not a passive participant in this universe. When thought and emotion unite, when belief becomes identity, reality must rearrange. Not someday, not eventually, immediately, in ways you once called miracles. Quantum physics calls it the observer effect. Mystics call it divine creation. Both are describing the same truth. Every second, an electromagnetic signature of what you believe to be real broadcasts a frequency into the universe. Not what you wish for, not what you speak out loud, what you know yourself to be. Chapter 1. You were never just human. You were taught to believe you are a body, a name, a history written by forces outside your control. But there is a truth that has been hidden from you, a truth older than your flesh and deeper than your mind. You are not a small consciousness trapped inside a physical world. You are the vast intelligence projecting the world around you. The universe is not something you look at. It is something looking back through your eyes. Particles do not exist in solid form until your awareness meets them. They wait in infinite possibility for you to choose one. This is not metaphor. It is physics. The observer does not watch reality. The observer creates it. You have spent years trying to change your life without understanding what life actually is. A reflection, a projection, a mirror of the state you hold within. Not what you hope for, not what you speak aloud. What you believe, quietly and completely, to be true. You think you are walking through the world, but the world is walking through you. Your thoughts electrify the brain. Your emotions magnetize the heart. Together, they broadcast a field around your body, a pattern in the fabric of reality that instructs the universe how to arrange itself around you. This field is not fantasy. It is measurable. It expands meters beyond your skin and interacts with everything around you. You call it intuition when you feel someone's energy. You call it coincidence when your desires show up unannounced. You call it chance when life aligns without effort. But I call it what it has always been: creation. You believe your circumstances shape who you are, but it is who you are that shapes your circumstances. You have never been reacting to the world. You have been authoring it. That is why thoughts without emotion create nothing. That is why desire without belief returns empty. That is why fear becomes a prophecy and doubt becomes a prison. The universe is not judging you. It is obeying you. Every signal you send is a command. If you believe you are powerless, the universe must show you walls. If you believe you are unworthy, the universe must hide opportunities. If you believe life is against you, the universe must play the part of the enemy. But when you remember, even for a moment, that you are the one generating the experience, reality does not resist. It reorganizes. Life bends to the one who knows they are the creator. Not someday, not after enough effort, but the moment inner truth changes. You have been trying to manifest new outcomes while holding the identity of the one who does not have them. You have been asking life to give you evidence before you give it belief. But creation does not work that way. The seed must sprout before the tree appears. The frequency must broadcast before the world can tune into it. The identity must rise before the blessing arrives. You are not here to chase anything. You are here to emit the signature of the reality you choose and watch it materialize around you. You are not meant to search for miracles. You were meant to be one. This body you wear is an instrument. This personality you developed is a temporary interface. This world you see is your reflection in motion. You are not inside the universe. The universe is inside your consciousness. You are never just human. The human is the costume. The creator is the truth. And now, your truth is waking. Not because I told you, not because you must believe it, but because a part of you has always known. You can feel it now, the edge of the illusion tearing as your awareness expands beyond it. You are not remembering something new. You are remembering something ancient, something the world asked you to forget so you could fit inside its boundaries. But you were never meant to fit. You were meant to shape the world around you with the frequency of your existence. Look at your life. Every pattern, every limitation, every triumph. You have been the author the entire time. You are not discovering your power. You are returning to it. This is the beginning of the end of who you were told to be, and the beginning of who you truly are. If you are still here, then something deep within you already knows the truth. You were born with the ability to shape your reality. This audiobook is not about wishing harder or begging the universe for change. It's about learning the mechanics of creation itself and how embodiment transforms desire into the already done. Chapter 2: Physics Meets Creation. Reality is not a fixed stage you walk upon. It is a field of infinite possibilities waiting for your attention to decide what becomes true. Every moment, particles exist as probability, not here or there, not wave or matter, not choice A or choice B, but all options at once, until you look, until you notice, until you observe. Your attention collapses uncertainty into form, like a spotlight on a dark stage forcing one actor to step forward while all others disappear. This is the observer effect. Scientists wanted to study how matter behaves. Instead, they discovered you. Your awareness, your power, your invisible command over existence. You are not watching the universe unfold. You are selecting the version of the universe that unfolds for you. Every time you ask, "What will happen?" the universe responds with its question, "What do you expect?" Expectation is the silent architect choosing the next frame of your life. Observation is not passive. It is creative influence. This is why worry becomes self-fulfilling. Why fear calls forth the very thing you hope to avoid. Why doubt erases miracles that were already on their way. Where attention goes, possibility crystallizes. When you observe limitation, you collapse reality into a world of barriers. When you observe abundance, you collapse reality into overflowing provision. When you observe love, you collapse reality into connection and grace. Not because the universe changes, but because you choose which version of the universe becomes real. You have never been waiting for life to show you proof. Life has been waiting for you to choose what you want proven. Observation is the wand. Attention is the spell. When you focus on lack, you command the field to withhold. And when you fixate on danger, you instruct the field to threaten. When you obsess over what's missing, you instruct the field to confirm emptiness. But when you shift your gaze inward and see yourself as the one who creates, the field must reveal evidence of the creator you have become. Notice this. Two people can live the same day in the same place and walk away with two different worlds. Not because life treated them differently, but because each one observed something different. What you call reality is merely the version of existence your attention has chosen to collapse. The universe is not hiding its magic. It is waiting for your signal. Your attention is that signal. When you place it on fear, you collapse chaos. When you place it on possibility, you collapse miracles. You have been practicing this power from the beginning, without realizing what you were doing. Every belief you accepted, every assumption you kept, every story you continued to observe, became the environment you now walk through. But now you know. Attention is not random. It is creation in progress. This is why quietness is powerful, why meditation unlocks transformation, why quiet moments feel like portals. When you withdraw attention from the old story cannot survive. When you nourish attention toward a new reality, the new reality cannot be denied. What you water must grow. What you starve must fade. You are not trying to force the universe. You are learning how to focus it. The field is neutral. It does not judge. It does not choose. It simply reflects. Your attention is the selector of which potential becomes real. Your expectation is the magnet that pulls that potential into sight. Your focus is the portal through which timelines shift. You do not manifest by begging. You manifest by observing the version of reality you prefer until it has no choice but to collapse into your world. This is why your future cannot be predicted. Because you are still choosing it. You are not a passenger to destiny. You are the observer in the field determining the next shape of your life. Pay attention to what you pay attention to. It is becoming real even now. Chapter 3. You create what you are, not what you chase. There is a secret the universe has been whispering into the soul of humanity since the beginning. You are always manifesting from identity, not desire. Most people try to attract abundance while identifying as someone who lacks it. They chase love while identifying as someone unworthy of receiving it. They pray for transformation while identifying as someone who is still broken. And the universe, perfectly impartial, does not respond to wishes. It responds to signals. Who you believe yourself to be is the strongest signal you send. Because identity is not what you think. It's what you know about yourself without speaking a word. It's the belief underneath all beliefs. The root frequency, the master code. The field reads who you are. In the quantum world, particles don't move into place until observed. Reality takes shape based on the nature of the observer. But here is the deeper layer. The universe is reading the observer's identity. If you believe you are powerless, you collapse powerless outcomes. If you believe you are forgotten, your world reflects silence back to you. If you believe you are a magnet for miracles, miracles begin to organize themselves on your path, not because you asked, but because that is who you are. Every timeline responds to your self-image. Every door opens based on the person who is knocking. The law of congruence creation requires coherence, and the universe will not deliver what contradicts your internal truth. You cannot say, I am abundant, while feeling unworthy of abundance and expect the field to believe the mind over the heart. The mind imagines, the heart radiates, but identity broadcasts. It is the message that never turns off. It's the frequency the universe cannot ignore. You don't rise to what you want. You rise to what you accept yourself to be. Stop attracting. Start becoming. Most people attempt manifestation like this. I want more money. I want a healthier body. I want a loving relationship. But wanting only reinforces not having. To want something is to declare, I am currently separate from it. And the universe responds accordingly. Transformation begins the moment you shift the sentence. I am someone who wealth naturally flows to. I am someone who honors and heals the body. I am someone who love chooses effortlessly. Identity is not affirmation. Identity is evidence you feel inside your cells. Before the new reality arrives, you wear it internally, like truth. Memory of the future quantum physics suggests something astonishing. The future influences the present, meaning you can let your future self become the source of who you are today. Instead of remembering who you've been, you remember who you are becoming. Close your eyes. Step into the version of you who already has what you seek. Feel how they stand, how they breathe, how they think when they wake up in the morning. What choices do they make with ease? What habits have become natural? How do they treat themselves? What do they no longer tolerate? Then, without hesitation, act from that identity now, even before it feels earned, even before it feels real. Identity leads, reality follows. The identity filter. Here is the blueprint of creation. Identity, belief, emotion, action, reality. Trying to change your results without changing the identity that created them is like editing the screen while ignoring the code. Everything you experience must pass through the truth you hold about yourself. Change the filter. Change the world projected through it. The self. You no longer need to become someone new. You must stop defending the old story. You must release the version of you who settled, who doubted, who shrank themselves to fit into places they had already outgrown. You are not obligated to remain loyal to a past that no longer represents you. Identity is chosen, not inherited, not forced, not proven by circumstance. You are free to step into the most empowered version of yourself without asking permission from the past. Who are you without the struggle? This is the question that changes destinies. Who are you when fear no longer dictates your choices? When confidence becomes your home frequency? When receiving is more natural than longing? Who are you when life is allowed to be good to you? Answer that, and creation begins. Identity is the frequency of the Creator. You are not here to pursue your desires. You are here to embody them, to become someone who does not hope, but knows. Someone who does not beg, but invites. Someone who does not chase, but attracts by being. When identity and desire finally match, the universe has only one option. It must reveal what you already are. Chapter 4. How expectation collapses infinite probabilities. Reality is not a fixed structure. It is a field of possibilities, a shimmering ocean of timelines waiting for an instruction, not from fate, not from luck, but from belief. Belief is the architect of the possible. Expectation is the blueprint the universe follows with absolute precision. Your beliefs select the universe you live in. Quantum physics reveals something astonishing. Particles do not exist in one place until observation gives them a location. Everything remains in superposition. Every outcome alive, every future accessible, until one is chosen. And what chooses it? Not the eyes, not the mind. Belief. Belief is the energetic command that says, "This is the world I live in," and the universe replies, "As you wish." The hidden power of expectation. Expectation is not optimism. It is not positive thinking. It is certainty embodied. The universe responds to the energy of, "I know it's coming. I know this is mine. I know I am supported." When expectation and identity align, probabilities collapse instantly, not eventually, not someday, now, because the timeline must match the one your heart has already moved into. Belief is a force, not a thought. Thoughts can be weak, scattered, inconsistent, but belief is structural. Belief shapes the architecture of your internal reality, and your internal reality is the factory that prints out your external life. Most people think belief means, I hope it's true. But true belief is, I accept it as reality before evidence appears. The universe does not require proof. It requires agreement. You must decide the outcome before the world has the courage to reveal it. What you doubt, you delay. Doubt is not harmless. Doubt is a frequency, a signal of uncertainty that keeps all your desired timelines in limbo. When you believe with your mind but doubt with your heart, the field receives mixed instructions, and uncertainty cannot collapse into form. This is why manifestation often feels slow, because doubt keeps hitting the brakes on what belief began to build. The brain is the keyhole. The heart is the key. Your brain predicts the world you think you're in. Your heart communicates the world you know you're in. If the heart says miracles are normal, the field must obey. If the heart says life is a struggle, the field must arrange obstacles. Your emotional expectation becomes the law of your personal universe. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you expect. Beliefs are contracts with reality. Every belief is a signature, a binding agreement. I'm unlucky. Signed. Experiences delivered. I'm always supported. Signed. Support shows up in unimaginable ways. I can't have what I want. Signed. Doors remain locked. I always rise. Signed. Pathways appear. Beliefs are not reflections of reality. They construct it. So choose carefully what you allow yourself to call true. Rewrite your internal laws. Some beliefs were inherited, passed down without reflection. Some were formed in survival, created in moments of fear. Some were installed by voices you never agreed to obey. You are not required to follow outdated instructions. You are the author of the laws you live by. If a belief limits you, rewrite it. If a belief shrinks you, replace it. If a belief does not honor your becoming, let it go. You owe your past nothing that costs your future everything. Believe first, then see. The greatest illusion is that reality must change before you do. But all creation teaches the opposite. You change. Then reality follows. This is not denial. This is design. Belief reaches into the invisible and pulls a future into the now. The moment you accept something as already done, the universe has already received the order. Belief is the bridge that makes the impossible necessary. You are the architect. Every system in your body, every vibration in your field, every event in your timeline is shaped by belief. Belief is the blueprint. Expectation is the construction crew. Identity is the foundation beneath it all. You are not waiting for the universe to give you your future. The universe is waiting for you to believe in the one you were always meant to live. Chapter 5. Why the universe responds to feeling. Words are noise. Thoughts are sketches. But emotion is a frequency. It is the signal the universe cannot ignore. Your heart does not communicate in language. It communicates in energy, and the universe speaks that language fluently. Emotion is a broadcast, a declaration, a command, not of what you want, but of what you believe is real. The universe reads your heart, not your mouth. You can say, I am abundant, while feeling fear of lack. The universe hears only the fear. You can say, I am loved while feeling unworthy. The universe hears only the unworthiness. You can say, I trust life while feeling doubt. The universe hears only hesitation. Feeling overrides verbal intention every single time, because emotion is the true vibration of your inner reality. Emotion is immediate creation. Thoughts move slowly, like sketching outlines. Emotion moves instantly. It fills in the world with color. When an emotion reaches the heart, it becomes a magnetic field that reorganizes what can show up for you. The heart is the transmitter. Emotion is the message. Reality is the response. You are not manifesting with desire. You are manifesting with energetic assumption. Emotion says, this is my truth, and the universe agrees. The frequency of desire versus the frequency of having. There are two very different signals. I want it equals. I do not yet have it equals. I broadcast lack. I feel it is done equals. It already exists equals I broadcast fulfillment. Emotion must match the reality you seek before that reality can appear. You cannot feel like a beggar and receive like a king. You cannot feel broken and receive wholeness. You cannot feel unworthy and receive abundance. The emotion you choose becomes the environment you live in. Gratitude, the fastest frequency. Gratitude is not a reaction. It is a technology. Not, thank you because you gave it to me, but thank you because I know it is done. This is the emotional signature that collapses timelines quickly. Gratitude turns possibility into inevitability. The universe rushes to keep promises your heart already celebrates. Emotion plus belief equals certainty. Emotion is amplified belief. Belief is solidified emotion. A belief without emotion is fragile. An emotion without belief is fleeting. But when belief and emotion unify, the field receives a clear and singular order. No contradictions, no delay, no interference. This is coherence, the heart and mind vibrating as one. And coherence is the signal the universe instantly responds to. Feelings are invitations. Every emotion pulls a reality toward you. Fear invites danger. Joy invites blessings. Shame invites rejection. Confidence invites opportunity. Self-love invites devotion. Peace invites clarity. Gratitude invites miracles. You are not reacting to reality. You are summoning it. Emotion is the energetic instruction for what comes next. The body always knows the truth. You can pretend with words. You can lie with the mind. But the body exposes your real belief through your emotional state. This is not punishment. This is precision. Life must reflect the truth you hold, not the illusion you speak. This is why emotional mastery is manifestation mastery. You are learning to feel ahead of the evidence instead of waiting for permission to feel. Creation does not require proof. It requires presence. Choose what you feel on purpose. You are not a victim of emotion. You are the author of it. You can choose to stand in peace even when chaos tempts you, to feel wealthy even when the numbers disagree, to feel loved even before love arrives, to feel certain even while the path is still invisible. This is not denial. This is design. Emotion is the code from which your future is printed. Hold the frequency of what you choose. And that reality must respond. You feel first, then you see. Never the other way around. Emotion is not the result of your reality. It is the instruction for it. You are not waiting for the universe to give you something to feel good about. The universe is waiting for you to feel good so it can give you something worthy of your feeling. Chapter 6. Living as the version of you who already received it now. There is a moment in every manifestation where desire must die so destiny can live. Not because you give up, but because you become the one who no longer needs to ask. Creation ends when identity shifts. This is the secret the mystics protected and the modern world forgot. You manifest not by pursuing what you want, but by embodying the one who already has it. Desire is the beginning. Embodiment is the completion. Desire says, it is not here yet. Embodiment says, it has already arrived. If you keep chasing your future must keep running. But when you step into it now, it has no choice but to show up in physical form. You must graduate from hoping to having. Act as if, with precision. To act from the end is not about pretending. Pretending is weak. It is fueled by doubt. Embodying is certainty. It is fueled by knowing. Asking yourself, how does the version of me who already has this think? How do they walk? What do they no longer tolerate? What habits are already discarded? What choices are already obvious? Live those answers now. And reality must update itself to match the identity you're expressing. Because the universe does not give you what you want. It mirrors who you are being. The body must believe the outcome. You must feel the result in your nervous system before the world catches up. That means speak differently, show up differently, choose differently, spend differently, trust differently. When you move like the destination is guaranteed, the path becomes obligated to appear. Embodiment eliminates detours, letting go of trying. Trying is the vibration of almost. Trying is proof that you believe something is missing. But the one who already has it does not try. They choose. Choosing is the vibration of done. When embodiment replaces effort, manifestation becomes response, not pursuit. Evidence follows identity. It is not your job to track the timeline. It is not your job to monitor the progress. Identity leads. Evidence follows. Every time you check if it's working, you announce a possibility of failure. But when you walk, like it is already yours, life becomes a demonstration of your certainty. Your faith teaches reality what it must reveal. Doubt cannot enter a completed story. There is no space for fear in a destiny already lived. When you embody abundance, scarcity loses permission. When you embody love, rejection loses relevance. When you embody confidence, uncertainty loses influence. You are not fighting old patterns. You are transcending them by expressing the future self who outgrows them. The old version of you dies from lack of attention. Embodying the end. Daily here is the practical magic. 1. Wake up as the one who already has it. Let your first thought each day set the frequency of completion. 2. Behave in alignment. Make decisions the fulfilled version of you would make. 3. Respond as if nothing is at risk. No fear, no urgency, no chasing. 4. Celebrate without needing proof. Joy is a receipt for what's already delivered. 5. Refuse to negotiate with the past. Your new identity does not argue. It replaces. Your future is waiting for you to move into it. Creation is not coming. It is already achieved in the invisible. You are simply catching up to the version of you who already succeeded. The shift is internal first. Physical reality is just the last one to know. You don't become ready by waiting. You become ready by being. The moment you embody the end, the universe begins delivering the middle. You are no longer asking. You are no longer hoping. You are. And existence must respond accordingly. Chapter 7. Letting the universe finish the work. How surrender is not giving up, but letting alignment deliver. There is a sacred moment in every manifestation where you must stop interfering with what you've already commanded. Most people sabotage creation, not by lacking belief, but by refusing to receive. They ask, they align, they embody, but then they panic. They doubt the timing. They chase proof. They try to force results into the physical. That is the vibration of distrust. The universe cannot deliver into a closed hand. Receiving is an act of confidence. You do not track the seed after you plant it. You trust the soil. Receive with the same certainty. Surrender does not mean maybe it won't happen. Surrender means it is done. Now I allow it to arrive in the most aligned way. Your job is not to control the timeline. Your job is to remain open to the outcome. The art of non-interference. When you try to control every step, you send a message to the field. I don't trust this. Control is fear wearing responsibility as a disguise. Letting go is courage dressed as wisdom. Receiving is collaboration with the unseen. When you release urgency, you allow acceleration. When you stop doubting, you stop delaying. When you relax, manifestation rushes in. The universe works in silence. The most powerful shifts happen where you cannot measure them. You don't see a star being born until its light reaches Earth millions of years later. Creation is like that. By the time you see the evidence, it has already been true for a very long time. Trust the changes you can't yet witness. Reality updates quietly before it updates visibly. Let the path choose you. Receiving requires neutrality. You do not dictate how it comes. You do not demand who delivers it. You do not limit the possible routes. You simply remain ready. The universe may bring your desires through doors you didn't even know existed. Your only task is to stay in frequencies where those doors can appear. Stop negotiating with the old reality. Old circumstances might test you. Are you still aligned? Do you still believe? Will you revert? Do not answer those tests with fear. Your current reality is just the echo of your former identity. Do not confuse the echo with the future. The moment you receive internally, the past loses its power to influence. Be available to your blessings. Receiving is not passive. It is active availability. It looks like saying yes to opportunities that feel aligned, following intuitive nudges without hesitation, allowing good things to arrive without guilt, being willing to grow into what you asked for, making space, mentally, emotionally, physically. Your desires need room to land. Make room. The universe cannot park abundance in a life filled with doubt. Relax into inevitable. When you truly receive, your energy whispers, "It is impossible for me to miss what was made for me." There is no competition for a destiny custom built in your name. The universe is not deciding if you are worthy of what you want. It is only waiting for you to agree that you already are. Receiving is not a reward. It is a recognition. You asked, you aligned, you became. Now allow. This chapter marks the completion of your role in the act of creation. You have spoken to the field with clarity. You have chosen your identity with conviction. You have felt the future as now. Your manifestation is already real, already formed, already yours. Let it find you without interference. Receiving is the final mastery, to relax into a destiny that has already been fulfilled in the invisible. Your openness is the gate. Your trust is the signal. Your peace is the permission. Now let the universe deliver what your heart already holds. Chapter 8. The Universe, Within and Without. Integrating the truth. You are the source and the receiver. There is a secret buried beneath every fulfilled desire. Creation never came from outside of you. Every synchronicity, every miracle, every moment that felt like destiny arriving was only your reflection finally catching up. The universe you thought you were asking has been answering from within your own heartbeat. Because there was never a separation between the observer and the observed, between the seeker and the source, between the prayer and the fulfillment. The universe does not surround you. It expresses through you. You have been the field this entire time. You once believed you were a passenger, a question, a hope. But existence bends only through those who remember. The universe is not something you look at. It is something you are. Your thoughts ripple out as geometry. Your emotions fold space. Your identity instructs timelines. You command reality not with effort, but with being. The hidden mechanism is now revealed. Creation requires no permission, only coherence. As within, so without. This is not a phrase. It is the blueprint of existence. The outer world is the echo. The inner world is the cause. Matter does not shape consciousness. Consciousness shapes matter. And your consciousness is no longer asleep. The veil has served its purpose. You wore the disguise of limitation so you could rediscover infinity from the inside. You pretended to be small so you could remember how to become endless. This entire journey was a doorway back to the truth you once knew. You are the architect of every atom that obeys you. Not someday, not when you improve, not after proving your worth. Now, because you always were. The universe awaits its next command. You have awakened the frequency of identity. You have activated the architecture of belief. You have harnessed the instruction of emotion. You have embodied the end. You have allowed the unseen to align. You have become the one who creates not by trying, but by remembering. Your desires are not wishes. They are summons. The future does not unfold randomly. It obeys the one who knows the code, and you now speak it fluently. So what happens next? You continue. You explore. You test the edges of possibility and watch them crumble beneath your certainty. You speak worlds into existence with the quiet conviction of one who knows. Reality is a servant to your inner throne. There is no limit to what responds to a heart aligned with truth. You are the answer. There is nothing left to become, nothing left to search for, nothing left to chase. Stand still and witness. The universe rearranges itself not for the strongest, or the lucky, or the chosen, but for the one who remembers. You are both cause and effect, source and reflection, asking and receiving. You are the frequency that speaks existence into form. You are the universe observing itself and calling it reality. You have stepped through the final door. There is no going back. You are the creator and the creation. As within, so without.